Manipulation, a word that tastes bitter. Why is it bitter? Anyway, but let's be real. It's everywhere. And your ATEEZ bias. They wouldn't need force. They'd know the exact string to pull. I'm not even going to touch it, but I want them to touch me. Anyway, because they mirror the parts of you that give in easiest. Let's go. Seonghwa, the guilt tripper. Oh, this is going to be rough. Remember, this is my bias. It's your bias too? Okay, let's go. Seonghwa wouldn't need to raise his voice. He'd just pause, sigh, tilt his head ever so slightly, and let silence do the work. Then, softly, he'd ask, "Do you really want to disappoint me like that?" That's it. That's it. No anger, no threats, just that heavy quiet that makes you feel like you've already failed him. The power is in the subtlety. He wouldn't chain you, even though you like him to. He'd let you chain yourself. What a gentleman. If you want to be chained up, you're what? You a freak. 110,000%. But let me ask you this real quick. Would you cave faster to silence than to shouting? Silence or shouting? You know what? Actually, I would cave faster to shouting because that scares me. Why are you screaming? Shouting would make me comply immediately. I'm like, oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. But also, I'm a simp for Seonghwa, so it is what it is. All right. Let me move on before I embarrass myself even more. And if guilt doesn't hook you, stand up. Get off them knees. Maybe passion will. Hong Joong, the vision pusher. It sounds like he's a drug dealer. Hong Joong's manipulation is fire, disguised as inspiration. He'd tell you stories of change, paint pictures of possibility, and before you realize it, his dream has become your entire identity. Oh my God, he gets into your head. You're not just helping him anymore. You're working overtime for something that was never even yours. His brilliance blinds you until you're too deep to back up. And that's how it is being with ATEEZ. You can't get off the ship once you're on it. The captain has put the vision in our head. That's why he is the vision pusher. The first time you ever encountered ATEEZ, now a lot of you tried to fight him off, I felt like this sense of happiness and overwhelm in the best possible way. We are a part of the captain's vision. Let me ask you this question to make you cry. Just 1 second. Have you ever worked for someone else's approval instead of your own goals? Marinate. But not everyone manipulates with words. Hello, Hoochie. Some do it with kindness. So heavy, it turns into a burden. The great martyr. Would never demand. He'd give. And give. And give some more. He'd stay late. Cook for you. He only can cook one thing. Check in constantly until you feel selfish, even considering saying no. Would you say no to I'm not. I did a video about and I said if he had a white van, I'd get in it. And I said, don't save me from this van. Let me be here. This is where I want to be. His kindness would become a mirror, making you question whether you're the problem for not keeping up. This is manipulation at its finest because he's doing so much for you and he's looking over his shoulder what are you going to do? Are you going to do something too? Well, you don't have to if you don't want to. Wait a damn minute. Anyway, and that's how he'd have you, caught in the trap of feeling like you owe him everything. Do you feel guilty putting your needs before someone else's? And this is a hard thing to swallow. I want to swallow, Whenever you tell someone no, or hold on, or I'm too busy with things right now, honestly, it makes me feel bad. It makes me feel like I'm not a good person because this person did so much for me and I can't have a life. I need to focus on you. Focus on me. Always look out for yourself first. When a plane's going down, I'm sorry, I have to use this. They say put on your mask first before helping anyone else. Think about it. But let's move on. I don't want us to be here for too long because it's just going to get real deep. But sometimes it's not what someone says or does, it's what they don't. And we already know who's the silent observer. We already know who it is. And plus I go in birth order as well. Yeosang, the silent judge. Yeosang wouldn't argue. He wouldn't explain. He'd just watch. That unreadable stare, that stretch of silence, would crawl under your skin until you start editing yourself. Okay, hold on, Yeosang. I'm gonna try harder. Just don't look at me that way. Wait, what's going on? What's wrong? Like that's how it would be. You'd start trying to fix who you were in real time just by how he's looking at you. That's too much. Let me finish. You'd explain just to escape that quiet disapproval. No shouting, no storm. The storm is over. Just the weight of what's unspoken. Let me ask you this question. Do you rewrite yourself under someone's silent disapproval? I think a lot of us fall victim to that. Just think about it and put it down below. And yet, for some, silence isn't the weapon. It's the explosion. And I'm not even going to say it. Fix on! No, that's not. Mingi, I'm not taking this out. I went out of order. Hold on! San, the emotional storm. San would never let you forget he's feeling something. His manipulation is intensity, tears, anger, passion, laughter, all crashing over you like a wave. Come back. You can't escape. You'd surrender, not because you believe he's right, but because calming him feels like survival. His storm burns bright, but when it passes, you're the one left drained. Not even gonna touch it. Question for you, puddings. Do you ever give up just to stop the fight? I think yes. A lot of us do that. And plus I read in your diary, you're like, oh, I just don't even... Like, I read it. Like, you think your phone is not tapped? It's tapped. All right? So just deal with it. But where San overwhelms, others distract. Mingi, the Joker's mask. I know, like, Hong Joong has a Joker smile, but that doesn't matter. What did you say, Mingi? Focus on me. Gotcha. Mingi, the Joker's mask. Mingi would never corner you directly, even though you want him to. Yes! Anyway, he'd joke, laugh, twist your words until you question if you were ever serious. Relax. I'm just kidding. Hold on, let me say it in his voice. Relax, I'm just kidding. Fix up! He'd say, while steering the conversation exactly where he wants it, you'd end up giving in. Not because you agree, but because you don't want to look selfish. Would you be able to stand up against Mingi and just not deal with this sort of manipulation tactic? Like, it's too much. It would be too stressful. Let me ask you this. Do you let humor disarm you even when you're right? And this means you're just making a bunch of jokes, just to like smooth things over so they don't get too serious. It's giving you don't want confrontation and you're just trying to like break up the tension. I'm not a therapist or a psychiatrist. I'm just a lady on the internet. I'm a delusional A-teenie. Okay? And then there's the kind who doesn't joke, but dazzles. Wooyoung, the charmer. Wooyoung would turn stress into a show. Pouts, grins, soft touches, playful teasing. He'd make you laugh, make you blush, make you feel seen. And just when you're about to hold firm, he'd tilt his head and call you mean with that smile. And suddenly you're folding like a lawn chair. Not because you agree, but because you don't want that warmth to vanish. Wami, stop being desperate. Case closed. Do you confuse charm with truth? It's so easy to be persuaded by charm because it feels so good. It feels like someone is catering to you. They're buttering you up. You feel like they like you and all of the things. But y'all, that person is trying to trick you. Or you're trying to trick people by being so smooth. And it's not a bad thing. Nothing in these videos is categorically bad. But use that power for good. Why are you so smooth? Anyway, but not all manipulation is charm. Jongho, the immovable wall. Jongho doesn't need tricks, because tricks are for kids. He just doesn't move. He'll cross his arms, stay silent, and hold the line until your frustration caves in on itself. His stubbornness is a fortress. You push. He doesn't flinch. Eventually, you'll surrender, not because you want to, but because you feel like you're wasting your energy fighting a wall that never crumbles. All right, that was very dramatic, but let me ask you this question really quick. Do you surrender when someone refuses to bend? I don't like stress and I don't want anyone to be mad at me. And if I really, really like this person, you know what? You're right. You're okay. Sometimes doing that is actually the hardest thing ever. It doesn't mean that you're weak or being played or anything like that. You straight up don't want to argue. It's like you're arguing with a wall. Walls do not understand anything. And since Jongho is your bias, do you do this? Do you do this? Don't know. So, which one hooked you? Which bias found your weak spot? And remember, if you're like Chris, none of these are like solid for me. I just feel like there's something from all of them. That's totally all right, and that's so normal. So the one thing I'd love for you guys to do is just watch the entire video to see if you connect with any of the other members of ATEEZ. All right, so let's wrap this up. Wrap it up tight. Let's go. Manipulation isn't always evil. It's human. Remember, I'm not a therapist or a psychiatrist or any of the things. It's the way we learn to survive, to get what we want without asking directly. But here's the uncomfortable truth. It only works when it hits your softest spot. Your bias? They're just the mirror. The real question is, do you know yourself well enough to stop someone from pulling your strings? It's so easy to get manipulated, especially by these guys. Like if you, even if you look at old fan cams and they give you eye contact, you're like, oh, yes, let me spend like $500 on these guys. Just come on. The group name says it all. ATEEZ, manipulation. They should have just called themselves manipulation. Just shut the door. Down below in the pinned comment, you will find 3 questions and other links as well. Answer 1, 2, or 3 of the questions. Don't forget there is a PDF down below that you can download that is associated with this video, baby. And if you want to spend more time with me, you can always join the Patreon and or the Discord link down below as well. I go live every Saturday at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Just come by and say hello. All right, I'll see you. Oh, there's a playlist. Just hold on. I was going to say it. All right, I'll see you in the next video. But actually, I'm going to put the playlist right here. Well, it already came, so that's how you... never mind. I'll see you in the next video. Okay,